Good evening, friends. Thank you for joining us every evening to follow what's happening in India and abroad. And thank you for sending me your useful comments and suggestions. If you believe in this channel, do share it with your friends and spread the message. Our only mission is to bring you the truth and both sides of the story. Thank you for your kind support. Jaydev joins me in this session. Welcome, Jaydev.
Good evening to all of you once again.
So the latest news is latest person to join the Aryan Khan drug case bandwagon is no other than Asauddin Oasis. Even Asauddin Oasis is refusing to defend SRK's son, Aryan Khan. Here is what he said about the arrested son of the actor. Oasis said that he would prefer to speak for the voiceless Muslims who are currently lodged in jails and do not have influential fathers. On October 17th, the All India Majlis-e-Ittehadul Muslimin chief Owaisi reacted to the ongoing case against Shah Rukh Khan and Gauri Khan's son Aryan Khan. Notably, Khan has been in custody since October 3 after drugs were found in a rave party by the NCB during a raid on a cruise ship on October 2. Khan is among 8 people who were arrested on that day. Many more arrests have been made in the case since then. On Sunday, without taking any names, Owaisi said that he would prefer to speak for the voiceless Muslims who are currently lodged in jails and do not have influential fathers. Owaisi was addressing a rally in Ghaziabad, Uttar Pradesh. He was asked about the arrest, to which he replied, "You're talking about a superstar's son. At least 27% of under trial prisoners in UP jails are Muslims. Who will speak for them? I'll fight for those who are voiceless and weak, not for those whose fathers are powerful." After hearing the arguments, the Mumbai Sessions Court had reserved the bail order for October 20th, which is tomorrow. As per reports, the security for the star actor has been increased by the jail authorities and he was moved to a special barrack. SRK has sent him a money order of rupees 4,500 after the bail order was reserved for the expenses in jail. Now, here what I'd like to mention, Jaideep, is that though I never agree with Owaisi, this is the first time that I actually agree with him.
Yeah, especially when he sort of is very anti sort of BJP
Hindu,
rhetoric
mainly.
and anything against especially against Ram Mandir also he spoke a lot of things.
Yes.
So, but in this regard, I do sort of agree with him. But then again, I wonder if this is all an act again,
Another
because
political, yes,
ultimately
stunt.
he's a politician also,
Yes, yes.
right?
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, Bharati Singh and Harsh Limbachia's lawyer, they remarked on the Aryan Khan case. Now, Bharti Singh's advocate Ayaz Khan, who had handled cases such as Fardeen Khan's drug case to Bharti Singh's case, has shared how he managed to keep his clients away from the bars. And citing the example of Bharti and Harsh's case, Ayaz said that he ensured that the couple went in jail custody instead of the custody of the NCB. So, talking to media, Ayaz said that the NCB had found 80 grams of contraband in Bharti and Harsh's office and home, which was more than that what Aryan's friend Arbaz Merchant had on him. He added they were produced in court on Sunday. I immediately applied for jail custody, though NCB wanted to take custody. Not for Bharti, but they were insisting on Harsh's custody. They could have investigated a lot through Harsh, so I made sure I got them jail custody on the first day so that they are out of NCB custody. Getting them into meant JC means judicial custody, meant we could get bail the next day. Now the case is pending. Opening about why he went for that option, he said, because you don't know what angles can open up in the investigation. Sometimes you can fabricate evidence, sometimes you can plant evidence, sometimes you can knock out statements. Right or wrong can only be proved after the trial. Now, after the arrest, Aryan is now currently under arrest. So, like, uh, what do you think? What do you make about this lawyer of Bharti Singh claiming that, according to him, he says he's better than Harish. I mean, what's his name? Aryan Khan's previous lawyer,
Manishinde.
Satish Manchinde. Yeah, Satish Manchinde, and maybe even Amit Desai. So,
Yeah. No, this is all just to gather attention. That's all. I mean,
yeah,
how
he's
is this case any different from the others? And, see the way you remember that there was a problem there. The day Bharti and her husband had a hearing, the NCB officer was not there. So that's how they got bail. So that was also a very tricky one done by the Mumbai, court. So that's also, in fact, not a fair one. Arjun is asking, do you think SRK was trying to launch Aryan Khan into Bollywood in the coming years? Absolutely not. This is something totally unexpected. And I'm sure, this was all so well planned that they'd be in this Cordelia ship and they'll be doing this and this and this. No, no, this is not a stunt for his, and anyway, this negative publicity is not going to help this bacha at all, you know.
and I believe he launched his daughter Suhana Khan in an international film, and that film flopped.
Yeah,
So after seeing that, I guess he didn't want Aryan Khan to
absolutely. Yeah.
go into films.
And anyway, if Aryan Khan is going to have the same expression that he has in all his photos, you can say that he's worse than Suraj Panchole. Yeah,
Yeah, he looks stoned all the time.
yeah. Okay. Now moving on to another lady who courts, always controversy and is always in the, lead when it comes to anti-India, vibes, is Swara Bhaskar. She says pure harassment. Not only she, Rahul Dholakia, they all react as Aryan Khan's bail plea is reserved. And meanwhile, Preeti Zinta visits SRK. Now look at all the people who are getting into this. Shah Rukh Khan was visited by Preeti as the court reserved the order on son Aryan Khan's bail plea. Swara Bhaskar, Hansal Mehta, Rahul Dholakia also commented on the development. The court is likely to pronounce the order on the Aryan Khan bail plea on October 20th, which is tomorrow. Actors like Swara Bhaskar and Rahul Dholakia, they all feel that it's a shame. Swara, who is vocal about her opinion, took to Twitter and wrote, Aryan Khan bail pure harassment. She has also retweeted several accounts who condemned the order. Now, the filmmaker Hansal Mehta wrote, marijuana cannabis consumption is legal in many countries. It has been decriminalized in many. In our country, its consumption is used more for harassment than for narcotics control. A movement like the one to abolish Section 377 is necessary to end this continuing travesty. RISE director Rahul Dholakia tweeted, I respect and support people doing their job. Unfortunately, this is not seeming to be about the disappointed. With the decision of extending Aryan's jail time, Aryan Khan bail. Shah Rukh Khan has received much support from several friends from the entertainment industry, including Salman Khan, who visited him twice at his house, Manat. Recently, Preeti also visited him. She was his heroine in Veer Zara and Kal Ho Na Ho. Her car was spotted outside Manat. Earlier, Hrithik Roshan extended support to Aryan Khan in an Instagram post. Shatrughan Sinha said that Aryan was being targeted and also noted how Bollywood has been quiet about the arrest. They want the person to fight his own battle. The industry is a bunch of scared folks. Shah Rukh is definitely the reason why the boy is being targeted. There are other names like Munmun Dhamecha and Arbaz Merchant, but nobody is talking about them. The last time such a thing happened, the focus was on Deepika Padukone, although there were other names involved and known names too. But the focus was on her only, he had told media. Shah Rukh Khan also has put his shooting on hold till his son gets bail. So that's interesting because see, all these people want movies with Shah Rukh Khan and his team. So that's why they're making a beeline to his house, Manat. Yeah, back to you.
Yeah, also a lot of brands that Shah Rukh Khan is endorsing has kept that has been kept on hold. So, but in the case of Byju's, I believe Shah Rukh Khan owns a part of the company Byju. So it doesn't sort of affect him if even if he is not shown in the Byju's ads. So that's just a interesting point to note. And then, meanwhile, actor Jacqueline Fernandez has skipped agency summons yet again. So the ED, which investigates financial crimes, had last recorded Jacqueline Fernandez's statement as a witness in the case on August 30th. Bollywood actress Jacqueline Fernandez, for the fourth time, I mean, if you can believe it, for the fourth time, skipped the summons by the ED issued in connection with a money laundering case against fraudsters Sukesh Chandrasekhar and his actor wife Leena Paul. The agency which investigates financial crimes had last recorded her statement as a witness in the case on August 30th. Now, since then, the actress has skipped summons on the dates September 25th, October 15th, 16th, and today, which is October 18th. So, Jacqueline Fernandez cited professional commitments behind her no show as per sources. So, meanwhile, Sukesh Chandrasekhar and Leena Paul have already been arrested by the Delhi police for allegedly duping the family of Fortis healthcare promoter Shivender Singh of around 200 crore rupees. So it's so funny that, or it's quite amusing that Jacqueline Fernandez, she's just an actress, but she has the confidence and she has the guts. I mean,
No,
like,
no,
uh,
here I don't agree, Jaydev. It's not the confidence or the guts. It's because she fears arrest.
yeah,
If
but
she's,
but she's not
yeah,
scared of
no, no,
ED.
it's not fear. No, here again,
Yeah,
I have to tell you, she is being protected by a very big man. So
yes.
that is what she must be jittery in her heart. Okay. Now, see, if you look at this case, friends, see this guy, he's sitting in jail, and he's got a wife who's an actress who acted in some film with the John Abraham also, some movie Madras Cafe, I think. And also, now he told two women whose husbands are in jail that he would get them out. Now, these two women put in around 300 crores each into an account which was in Singapore. And then what happened to the money is what the ED is investigating. Now, it could have gone into the hands of these two actresses, which is Nora and Jacqueline. Now, if that is why Nora was called twice, and now Jacqueline is refusing to go, saying things. So one is that she has the protection of the superstar, okay, and whose clout extends to the politicians in Maharashtra as well as the police. Second thing is she knows if she is called this time, she will be arrested, and then to get out of that will be very difficult because they are so deeply entrenched in this money laundering business. So that's the reason. So fear is not because
No, but
she
still,
herself would be
I
scared.
mean,
Yeah.
but there's no penalty if she's not, if there's
No,
a
no, they
no-show.
should take strict action. Of course, they'll be taking it. So I'm sure now they are debating the next thing. So they
I
can't
mean,
do this all the time.
like a common man will be all jittery if he's summoned by ED
Yes,
of.
yes, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah. Okay. Moving on to Shiv Sena leader has moved to the Supreme Court seeking judicial inquiry into affairs of Narcotics Control Bureau at Mumbai and its officials in the wake of the arrest of Aryan Khan, son of Shah Rukh Khan, in a case of alleged seizure of drugs from the cruise ship at Mumbai. The petition has urged the apex court to take suo motu cognizance to protect the fundamental rights of Aryan, who has been booked under the NDPS Act by NCB Zonal Office, Mumbai. I'd like to point out towards the malified style approach and dirty vendetta affairs of NCB at Mumbai and its officials targeting select film celebrities and a few models since last 2 years, and would like to request your honor to order to institute special judicial investigation and inquiry into to unearth the role of the NCB official. The plea filed by Mumbai-based Shiv Sena leader Kishore Tiwari said, referring to the statement of NCB leader and Maharashtra Minister Nawab Malik in which he had cast aspersions on the NCB, the plea said it's high time the NCB is probed by a top court judge to unravel the truth. So now here, it seems now Nawab Malik is actually, spreading his, work to others as well in the ministry, and they're all out to get Samir Wankare, and trying to protect the criminals. And here we are talking about people, having drugs and consuming drugs and spreading drugs. So they're all becoming one gang. You're talking about the Mahavikas Agadi, the police, and the underworld, plus these bullyweed people. Yeah, back to you, Jen.
Yeah. So that's all the news for today, and
No, I think we have the BCCI news as well. It's regarding Rajesh Shukla, who's another person nobody trusts. Do
oh,
you
is
have
it?
that news with you?
No, I don't. Can
Okay,
you
so
read
let me
it out?
just read
Yeah.
that out. Okay. BCCI Vice President Rajiv Shukla, who is the blue eyed boy of Sonia Gandhi, backed the India versus Pakistan T20 World Cup match, telling reporters on Monday that commitments had been made which could not be backed out of. Condemning the targeted killings in Jammu and Kashmir, Rajiv Shukla stressed on the need to hold terrorist organizations accountable and said that strict action needed to be taken against such outfits. However, he cleared that in tournaments organized by the International Cricket Council, which is the ICC, countries should not back out of commitments that had been once made. Look at the doublespeak of these Congress people. And this man is absolutely shameless. And then he says, I strongly condemn these killings. Strict action needs to be taken against these terrorist organizations. As though he's bothered. As far as the match is concerned, you know that commitments are made under the ICC. Under these, we cannot refuse to play. In ICC tournaments, you have to play. Coming out with strange logic, this guy, Rajesh Shukla. There has been a strong demand by several Indians and families of the terror victims that India call off the T20 World Cup game against Pakistan. This is something we should stand for, viewers. Several leaders and activists from Union Minister Giriraj Singh to filmmaker Ashok Pandit have echoed the demand and have said that playing cricket with Pakistan against the backdrop of the civilian deaths in Jammu and Kashmir and martyrdom of 9 soldiers in Poonch was an insult to all those who had laid down their lives for Pakistan's terror elements. Now, in the past 2 weeks, 11 civilians have been killed by various Pakistan-backed terror outfits. The latest attack has been on 2 laborers from Bihar, Raja Reshi Dev and Yojinder Reshi Dev, who were shot dead point blank in Kulgam on Saturday. Previously, a Golgappa hawker from Bihar, Arvind Kumar Shah, and a carpenter from Uttar Pradesh, Sagir Ahmed, were killed. Of the 11 people killed, 5 were non-locals, while the remaining were Kashmiri residents, 4 non-Muslims, and 1 Muslim. The recent spate of killings began with the gunning down of Makhan Lal Bindru, a prominent member of the Kashmiri Pandit community and owner of a pharmacy in Srinagar. Later, 2 teachers, Deepak Chand and Supinder Kaur, and a street food vendor, Virendra Paswan, were killed by terrorists. In all instances, terrorists have checked the Aadhaar cards of their victims and gunned them down. They found to be non-locals or non-Muslims. In response, the NIA has conducted raids at several locations in the Kashmir Valley and other major cities against terrorist organizations such as TRF, LET, and Hizbul Mujahideen. All this has led to a call for India to not play the T20 match against Pakistan in the UAE on October 24, Sunday, which is few days from now. So this is one very important thing, friends. On social media, you need to speak on behalf of these people and to say that we will not play any game with a country that backs terrorists and kills our soldiers. And
Yeah, I have one.
others,
Yeah, sorry.
yes.
Yeah, I have one more piece of interesting news. Uh, Cricketer Yuvraj Singh, he was arrested and then released on bail in a casteist comment probe. So Yuvraj Singh had earlier apologized for the unintentional remarks. Said he was misunderstood after his June 2020 Instagram live video with ex-teammate Rohit Sharma. Now, Yuvraj Singh was arrested for a brief period of time and then he was released on bail in Haryana on Saturday. The police said, as a part of an investigation into a complaint, that he had used a casteist slur in an Instagram live video against cricketer Yuzvendra Chahal. Now, Yuvraj Singh had earlier apologized for this, unintentional remark, and he said he was misunderstood. Now, as per court orders, Yuvraj Singh was arrested and then released on interim bail on Saturday. Nitika Gauhlat, a senior police officer in Haryana, told media. Now, sources said that Mr. Singh had appeared before the police in Hisar with 4 to 5 staffers, including his security personnel, accompanying him from Chandigarh. Now, the move came from following a complaint filed in February this year by a Dalit activist in Haryana, demanding his arrest and registration of a case under the Scheduled Caste and Tribes Act, which aims to prohibit discrimination. A FIR was filed in the case on orders of the court. Now, the activist, his name is Rajat Kalsan, he said on October 6th, the police was asked to include Yuvraj Singh in the probe. We have learned that yesterday Yuvraj Singh surrendered before the police in Hisar. He was questioned for 2 to 3 hours and then arrested. He was then released on bail bonds. The police will submit its final report in a few days in the Scheduled Caste, Scheduled Tribe Court in Hisar, and Yuvraj Singh will have to take regular bail from there. He will have to attend the hearings at the court in Hisar. We will do our best to prove his guilt since he has insulted the whole community, he said. Also, since the bail was given to him under the Scheduled Caste Scheduled Tribe Act, we are challenging it in the Supreme Court and hopefully you will see him behind bars, Mr. Coulson added. And in a statement posted on his official Twitter handle last year, that is Yuvraj Singh, had expressed regret if I had unintentionally hurt anybody's sentiments or feelings. I understand that while I was having a conversation with my friends, I was misunderstood, which was unwarranted. However, as a responsible Indian, I want to say that if I have unintentionally hurt anybody's sentiments or feelings, I would like to express regret for the same. My love for India and all its people is eternal. That's what Yuvraj Singh remarked. So, an interesting point to note is that since he was like from the SC/ST section, serious action was taken in this case
Yeah.
against Yuvraj Singh.
Yeah, exactly. Now, Shilpa makes an important point. Shilpa says Pune police arrests Gosavi today. Yeah. So this is the witness. So they're trying to, somehow spoil the Aryan Khan, the fact that he's in jail and he should be given bail. So they're desperate now, the Mahavikas Aghadi. Okay. Another important point is made by Rini. All movies made on army and sportsmen to pull audience to watch. See how beautifully she is commented on this. See, this is something that I've also been noticing, that everything is now only made on soldiers or only on sports people. Even something, Akshay's movie is called Gurkha. Now, what the hell it is about, we don't know. So these people are trying their best to tug at people's emotionals, patriotic feelings, and somehow to get you back into theaters. And Amitabh Bachchan has openly said in Twitter that he wants people to come to the theater and watch his Suryavanshi. Now nobody's going to watch it because everybody's feelings against him, Akshay, and all of them is so what you call tangible. Meanwhile, another piece of good news that I'd like to tell you, friends, is that social media has again won, and this is Fab India, the cloth brand, removes a Diwali ad named Jashne Riwaz after boycott Fab India trends online. The tweet by Fab India was a promotional post depicting models wearing their new Diwali 2021 collection. Now, it has been deleted after a violent and, after a volatile, sorry, not violent, a volatile listing of a number of tweets coming from people attacking Fab India for, concocting such a stupid tweet. The clothing brand Fab India has removed a tweet promoting their new collection for Diwali after being heavily trolled on social media. The brand was accused of defacing the Hindu festival of Diwali and terming it Jashne Riwaz. Many slammed the brand for unnecessarily uplifting secularism and Muslim ideology in a Hindu festival. The tweet by Fab India was a promotional post depicting models wearing their new Diwali collection 2021. As we welcome the festival of love and light, they said, Jashne Riwaz by Fab India is a collection that beautifully pays homage to Indian culture. Reads the caption of the post that has now been deleted. So one of the people who spoke vehemently against it was BJP Yuva Morcha President Tejasvi Surya. He slammed the post, the ad. The tweet by Fab India was a promotional post. Now the tweet is no longer there because they pulled it away. The tweet was not only attacked by Tejasvi, but also people like Mohandas Pai. So, some people have said that, see, Deepavali is not Jashe Rivaz. This is a deliberate attempt of Abrahamization of Hindu festivals. Depicting models without traditional Hindu attires must be called out. And brands like Fab India must face economic costs for such deliberate misadventures. The tweet was described by several sections of social media as culturally inappropriate. While several users pointed out that a simple Diwali or Deepavali in the description would have been enough for a promotion, others expressed that there was no need to deconstruct the Hindu festival and infuse secularism in it. Some even put forth the fact that Hindu festivals bear the same significance as Muslim and Christian ones, and amalgamating them was nothing short of disrespecting the particular religion. So many people said boycott Fab India. So now brands have to be very careful when they attack Hinduism because people are not going to take it lying down. And another person who also came out with this, the same sort of an angle is cricketer Virat Kohli. I don't know who he thinks he is because he's bigger than the small height that he is. He tries to act as though he is 6 feet tall. Okay, over the next few weeks, he says, I'll be sharing a series of my personal tips for celebrating a meaningful Diwali with loved ones and family. Stay tuned by following my Pinterest profile, Virat Kohli, link in bio. Now, most of the people attacked him saying, we don't need any gyan from you because our parents have given us enough gyan about Hindu festival. So these people are all trying to tell us that, see, they are going to change, whatever has been taught to us by, by our books and by our parents, and relatives. So they are the authority now. Virat Kohli is the only one who gets ads, thanks to people like Cornerstone. So there's something very suspicious about this character and his wife. Now, to make up, I just saw his wife posting a picture of their daughter turned around saying such cute pigtails. These people are really crazy. I mean, who's bothered? And what do they think they are? It is this arrogant attitude that has given, jail to Aryan Khan, because the temperature of the country was so high when all this was happening. Enough of this arrogant attitude. We don't need such people. So that was the last bit of news on Virat Kohli. So let me just take a few comments.
Yeah, I would like to add one more point regarding Aryan Khan's sort of arrest. Now PR is forming a new strategy to say that Aryan Khan he's going to serve the poor people, and they are trying to put a very good image for Aryan Khan and gain sympathy from all the people that he's turning on a new leaf, and he's going to sort of mend his own ways and stuff. So this is a new way of gaining sympathy from the uninformed audience in India.
Absolutely. So every which way they are trying to show that he is going to do a lot of charity work, and the poor chap doesn't himself know what all these people are concocting about him. Anyway, Shah Rukh Khan's PR is working overtime and drinking lots of coffee, I suppose, to stay awake.
Yeah, I think we can open the lines also if you want.
The link is open. Yeah. So I'll just take a few comments. Shilpa says, our soldiers are dying, Indians are dying, calling them non-locals. And Congress people want to play cricket. They're crazy, It's like, when Fiddle, was playing on the drums, or, when something was happening. I remember. I don't exactly remember the quotes. So the leader's job is to first have unity within India and peace. Has Congress forgotten that? India should not participate in any sports activities with Pakistan, be it cricket or any sports. Well said, Karthik. Ruchi. Yes. Laila, Karthik, absolutely. I never watch cricket as such. No, for even for those who watch it, they should not. Rini, yes, non-participation movement, ban cricket. First, let Pakistan practice, then preach, and then come forward. Now, here, friends, I'd like to just mention to you that because certain things have happened in the Sushant Singh movement, as in Vikas Singh backtracking and supporting Bollywood, and other things like the sisters of SSRK, not SSR, not doing anything or approaching the Supreme Court. We viewers have to do something about it. So we'll be discussing with Deepthi and Jia's mother, Rabia, about what we should do. And you can also participate when I'll tell you the date when all of you can also participate and give your suggestions. First, let Pakistan practice, then preach, then come forward. Yes, we will not, take anything from them because we don't want our Jawans killed. So this is something we have to absolutely stand against. We should boycott this match too. Yes. Please be vocal in social media. It's very important. Shilpa, how silly that center could not defend the 370 abrogation by being very slow on taking action. Yes. Rini, I always hated cricket. Uh, Gopika Bishop. Mickey, yes, Karthik, their life should be a jeopardy. Virat Kohli and soon be giving up tips on how to celebrate Diwali.
Yeah, apparently, speaking of Virat Kohli, he is apparently a brand ambassador of a university which is selling MBA programs. So I found that quite funny. I mean, what does Virat Kohli have to do with getting an MBA degree?
Even also, we got
Yeah,
news that the other cricketer, what's his name, the one who SSR had done a film on.
Dhoni.
Yeah, Dhoni's wife is actually running the IPL from UAE, and she gets paid 14 crores,
Yes,
14 or 15 crores. So it's so upsetting for others. Yeah, this sort of corrupt matches. Yeah, Leila says if it was a common man who had missed the summons, yes,
exactly.
they would have made life difficult for him. Humanity, namaste, Minaji, Jaydev, and everyone. It's so painful, sad, and emotional to see so many of our Hindu Indians being murdered. Pakistan must be boycotted and everything. Worldwide terrorist government. Even now, look at Bangladesh. What's happening in Bangladesh? I mean,
It's
they're
very
burning
sad.
villages. Is there no humanity left? Karthik, Yuvraj is not someone to be relied, my opinion. And we value your opinion, Karthik. Rini, common man is Bakri and Bakras to go to jail for all sorts of, yes, differences,
Absolutely.
offenses. Laila, Yuvraj seems to be an over smart guy, yes. Neetu, good evening. Ji, Jai Hind, Jai Bharat, Har Har Mahadev. Welcome, Neetu. Mabel, Minaji, this Wazi should open up all the crimes which happened in Mumbai before they hand over him to his goons and they'll kill him. Yes, these are all the worries that we have, the common man has. Why the Bollywood was quiet in Kangana's matter when Shiv Sena broke her office in Mumbai and now they immediately come in support of Aryan Khan. Well, Akash, we all know what's happening, who is supporting who, and who is the cabal, and who are the people they do not want. Laila, Mabel, I agree. Rini, I always doubted bias tumor theory. Don't know why. Even I, somewhere I also felt. Laila, ma'am, do you think Wazi is still being questioned? Yes, surely. It's all linked. Shireen, Baba Dutt cancer story? Yeah, another one, yes. Unreliable. This is the link in case you would like to join. Ma'am, the BJP wasn't pleased with Arnab's performance prior to the Bengal polls. What can he do to make things better before UP? Times Now has even started a new channel before the elections. I think Arnab has to become much more proactive in the case of UP because Yogi ji needs all our support. And he's been working. You remember what he said? He said that look at the MLAs and who are the people who are working and who are not. And who are not will be kicked out. So these are all very important things. He's a very good administrator.
Yeah, and BJP IT teams should also not be should not be complicit.
Yeah,
The
exactly.
BJP IT team
Exactly.
should really work hard.
Yes, absolutely. AK was arrested with so many, but all are fighting only for AK release. Yes. Karthik, isn't the support for someone who is in possession of illegal drugs an abetment to the crime itself? Meenaji, can any light be thrown on it? Now, see here, let's call some legal person, Karthik, where we can discuss this as well, because there'll be so many rules and laws in this. So perhaps in a day or two, we can call some legal expert to answer such questions. Aranya, Jay Shah, son of Amit Shah, is president of Asian Cricket Council. Hence, HM Amit Shah must call off the matches. Yes, we've been addressing it on tweets to him that IPL has to be banned. Shireen Gutterwood using real heroes to sell their movies. Yes. Laila Menon, Thali auntie at the parliament said they wanted high security. Actually, people want security from her. She is the one who's slapping people all around. Nice one, Laila. Shobha, SRK continues in Baiju's ad. I think there's some
Because
sort of a
yeah,
partnership. Yeah, partnership, so he cannot get out of that. Arjun, the Fab India protest actually gave them more publicity. Some people are easy to take the bait. No, here I don't agree with you, Arjun. It's not that. In fact, now nobody's going to touch that brand. In fact, that brand itself, they are into conversion of people to Christianity. So that's one more fact I wanted to give you. So nobody's going to touch Fab India. And this was an excellent move for them to understand that when Hindus join force, they will have to cow down. So here, I do not agree with you. Karthik, if someone is punished for a traffic offense, no one goes to support that person. Offense is an offense. Hence, a crime is also a crime, isn't it? Well put. Rini, Shreya, I think depression and a cancer are used by these people for sympathy and play with our emotions. Maybe they were actually getting detoxified for the addictions. Very true, Rini. You remember that girl, Dhara, she was saying, she had to detoxify herself so many times to get out of depression. And I also remember when I was speaking to her, her moods would go from up to down. So it's drugs can have such a bad effect on you. You can't even imagine. Humanity. The corrupt and druggy Bollywood is being run by drug lords and terrorists. All the drug sales, money made from movies, and the movie laundering is all funding terrorists. Yes. Leila, Karthik, absolutely. Crime is a crime, whether it's by a poor man or a multimillionaire. Yes. Joshi, welcome. Shilpa, no one speaks of Durga Puja Pandal attack and Hindus, homes being attacked, and ISKCON as well. See, today we've been seeing so many shocking scenes. But one thing I can tell you, Shilpa, because ISKCON is an international organization, they are not going to take it lying low. And they've already started taking action, which is very good because Hindus have this terrible this thing of being laid back. And that's what the other religions take advantage of. You remember the hand and the man whose hand was cut off. We can't forget such scenes. Mickey, on point, Karthik, crime is a crime and needs to be handled with justice. Karthik, Leila, what I wanted to say was if Aryan is getting support from the so-called celebrities, aren't they guilty of abetment? Yes, absolutely. Rini, I heard after Chapak, the acid attack lady
I
was
think
treated really bad.
we have Arinya. Yes, we
Yeah,
had
we
her.
had her. Yeah.
Hi, Arinya.
Welcome,
Hello,
Aranya.
Namashwai. Good evening to both of you and everyone.
Good
Good
evening.
Uh,
evening.
yeah, it was like since a long time, I think you heard me on this particular topic again when you broached about SSR's case, ma'am.
Yeah,
I just feel, like how Maharashtra government they were very consistent in, not letting the CBI come into Maharashtra for Sushant's case. They
yeah,
played many tricks very consistently. So
yeah,
this is my opinion that since it was out of their hands, and finally from Bihar, from Patna, the FIR was launched. I feel that they have they were very quick, because they knew that it's a very big crime committed by the Nexus, the mafia. I feel they have completely teamed up, or they have managed Mr. Vikas Singh too. That's the
Yeah.
reason, even after the murder on June 14th, till August 19th, the CBI did not come, and when it came, it's more than 2 months. So how could none of the family, or Vikas or his team or his legal, everybody in Bihar also, we were all talking that it's like screaming from the rooftop that it's murder. How could they file for abetment to suicide, having
Yeah.
so many evidences by then? So this was planned, because only in this case, the real culprits, the accused, whoever, everybody can get away, because they are very good management kings over there in
Yeah. Yeah.
Maharashtra. So, and they would have never dreamt that it would go to SC till that level. They were managing
Yeah.
every moment.
Yeah.
And see, one thing I would tell about Arnab is he's doing a great job in his reporting arena. Apart from that, he's done his investigation reporting to whatever extent he could. If he
Yeah.
trusted some people who came as frontliners in the media and started talking, we got lucky, because even if they wanted to totally confuse about Disha Salian and all, we did get some clues. And because of Arnab, whatever he could do, he sent in his teams and caught Siddharth Patani. All these things were blessings from the Almighty.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
had so much evidence. Otherwise, YouTubers have come up with almost, they've cracked the entire case,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
nothing is happening here.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
I feel NCB is doing his drug dealings. Wankede, he's another Arnab, another hero. And parallelly, I feel CBI must do this, and we should put more pressure on it. And family,
Yeah.
what the hell? My foot, they have to come forward and at least talk about drugs and Ria and Sushant. They should at
Yeah.
least speak that Sushant was never into drugs. It is all.
Yeah.
They are not opening. I mean, it's ridiculous, ma'am. It's quite, so much of anguish for us, and I'm
Yeah.
sure they are going through that. But why are they so tight-lipped? And Vikas
Yeah. So
Singh,
that's
the
why.
minute,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So
go
that's why,
ahead, please.
Arinya, we'll have another session where all of you can also start giving us ideas and how we should go about on the next step. So this is
Yeah,
important.
yeah. I just wanted one more point, ma'am. See, whenever YouTubers and SSRians are bashing Vikas Singh for all the wrong words and wrong support, then he comes out with just one statement saying, CBI, what are you doing? And to support him, the sisters also are,
Oh God,
tweeting
they
and
are
all.
really crazy.
But yeah, everybody is wanting only the limelight and fame out of
Yeah.
Sushant. It is so
Yeah.
sad.
Yeah.
It is so sad. So there's a lot of shady things happening, and this is my opinion, and I'm sure many do
And
feel
here,
that.
okay, friends, one more thing I
Yes,
want to tell you. Very well said. In fact, you have brought up a point. See, this latest trend that was in support of Samir Wankade was made up by Smita Parekh. Okay, and Smita Parekh
yes,
wanted everybody to trend, and it is this trend that the sisters have supported. When we stood up for, we said Z security for Wankade, the sisters did not join us.
exactly.
Okay, yeah.
That's
So the
going
sisters,
on.
yeah.
Yes.
So there's something very
Uh,
suspicious here. Yeah. So
Exactly,
yeah,
ma'am. And I'm also asking every YouTuber, apart from one or two, everybody, they are, somewhere they feel intimidated. I think they don't speak about the minor, the second body, and,
yeah,
the stretcher, crematorium,
yes,
everything stops
absolutely.
just before that. And it is all up till abetment to suicide, murder. But how can truth uh, come out in just bits and pieces? That it has to
Yeah,
come out as whole. So I
complete
feel this
whole.
SSR, yes, CBI case, charge sheet, all this will not happen soon, because the source is SSR, but the drug cleaning of the entire nation and the enemies, all this is happening. Anyway, it's thanks. But we should not be disappointed. I have a strong feeling that CBI is not going to file charge sheet because there's no pressure on them, and the lawyer
The
is
sisters
sitting
also
there
not
and he's
taking
sleeping.
it up to
Yeah, he's sleeping
Supreme.
over the case.
Yeah.
When
And
people
sisters
are
are
putting
not,
pressure, yes,
sisters are not complaining to Supreme Court also. So it is all in
Yes.
a limbo.
yes, and I've seen him on India Today on SRK's son's case. He avoids Republic. He comes on Times and India Today, and he's like, I don't know, he bashed up
Yeah.
even that guy
Yeah.
Pradeep Bhandari
Yeah.
on his channel. He was dominating him.
Yeah. Arinya, here I'd like to say, see, he is also supporting some criminals. Okay.
Yes.
And he is
Yes.
making sure that they have a very cozy life in the jail. Okay. And he has said if they are, exposed, he'll make it difficult for the government. So these are also things that are happening. Okay. So he's on the side of the baddies as well.
Ma'am, we should also start tweeting that IT should raid Vikas Singh's assets and all his bank statements. Yes.
Arinya, important point is that apparently the judge Chandrachud, actually mocked him. Yeah, mocked him and told Vikas Singh, made fun of him. So that's something we should discuss. He has absolutely no respect even in the court. When a learned judge like Chandrachud makes fun of him, you can understand what is the reputation of Vikas Singh.
Yeah, I wish the IT raids his assets and his returns and everything.
Yeah. Okay. Here another point by Rini says, I heard after Chapak, the acid attack was treated really badly, the lady. These people are scared they lose their job if they don't support SRK. Yes. Ma'am, sometimes it feels as if you are biased towards Modi government. Why would you think that, Sana? I'm not biased against either this BJP part, this thing, or any other party. Whenever you're doing wrong, I'll have to point out. If Amit Shah, his son is in the cricket board, then Amit Shah will have to think twice about boycotting IPL. We want it to be boycotted. But that doesn't mean I don't think any less of Amit Shah. He's one of the best, ministers in Modi's government. I wouldn't want anyone better than him there. So please do not misinterpret what you hear.
We even criticized Kiran Raju when he sided with Akshay Kumar as brand ambassador.
Yes, we criticized not only him,
so he was
also
part of
the sports minister. Yeah, the sports minister, and also there's another cricketer, I forget his name, who is in Delhi. We also criticized him. So who's in BJP? Okay. Geno says these people are scared they lose their job if they don't support SRK. Yes. Sana says, ma'am, sometimes, I've already answered that. Regarding Arnab and UP, he always seems to get egg on his face, be it the Vikas Dubey, where is the encounter, to the recent defense of the soon-to-be arrested Mishra's son, rogue driver. Laila, do you think that Wazi is still being questioned by NCB? Yes, I do. I do strongly feel that. Joshish, sir, आपकी हमेशा smile maintain करते हैं, commendable अच्छी. So that's for you, Jaidev.
Was it for me? I don't know.
Yeah, Arinya. That was a very shocking, sad and tragic. Yes. Arinya makes some very, very good comments, and I like it when she comes. Laila, Karthik, absolutely true. Karthik and Laila also give me some very good comments. Shobha, Thali must be joking. Yes. Yes, it's definitely a deliberate attack on Hindu culture and heritage. This is happening outside of India, and we just accept it. Here, very clearly, humanity, it is controlled by Soros, George Soros, and the Illuminati, who want Hinduism to die. And then, then you do have only other these things around, which, can be controlled.
We have Mr. Shashi joining us.
Shashi.
Welcome, Mr. Shashi.
Yeah, welcome, Shashi.
Thank you, Meenaji. Thank you, Jaydev. How are you both?
I'm fine. How are
Thank
you?
you, Shashi. Yeah.
I'm good. Thanks. So, I've been hearing of all this good news about the police drug case. So, one thing which caught my eye today, just maybe half an hour back, is that arrest of that Gosavi, who's one of the witnesses.
Yes.
Pune police have arrested him, I believe.
Yeah.
So I really don't know what is NVA up to actually. Are they really trying to control the crime in the state
Yeah,
or?
they're trying to control NCB.
Ah, I don't know which where, but yeah, he's just one of the 9 independent witnesses, is what I've heard.
Yeah.
So if even if this guy is in jail or custody or whatever, other 8 people can easily do that. And yeah, maybe if court wants it, yeah, they can actually summon him and then he can still give witness. So I don't know what are they trying to do as
Yeah.
such.
No,
So
see,
that's
here
the
you
thing.
will see very clearly Manish Shinde and the other guy, Amit Desai, are
Yeah.
discussing this with the politicians. And the politicians are providing them, enough fodder to catch these people, to make sure that everything. See, what happened with the SSR case? Right from the start, they were just, removing all the evidence. If there was something very clear, they would stamp it and throw it away, like in garbage bags. So they were tampering with evidence. They never cordoned the area, a crime area. So
Yes.
they were the ones who have to be blamed. Why we are not able to find out SSR a murder reason?
Contamination of evidence is a crime by
Yes,
itself as such. So, but
yes,
yeah, absolutely right, Meena.
yeah, yeah.
So,
So these,
yeah,
just
I
a
think one good move which the family has taken is I think they've changed the lawyers. So at least
yeah,
we hope to see some movement now. I
yeah.
don't know who the new
Was there
lawyer.
any official statement
Yeah,
that the
any
lawyer has
official
been changed?
statement from?
No, I don't think they have made that. And this I did see maybe some people asking for, sorry, Hari Salve to be brought in.
Uh-huh.
He was the one who fought for Arnab, if you remember.
Okay.
So if that is the case, I think yeah, maybe at least we will see some kind of attraction.
Yeah.
And yeah, this I really don't know what more to say because CBI is not opening its mouth at all. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, whatever is there, I mean, so one positive thing that I take is I don't think they are concluding it as suicide still.
Yeah.
If they wanted to do it, they would have done it long back. But I
Yeah.
see,
Exactly.
though I know that maybe family is also not condemning CBI and all that.
Yeah.
So at least they're asking for updates. So even they don't have any update as such. So I
Yeah.
presume it is still not a suicide from the CBI point of view also.
Yeah.
But what are they actually doing? Yeah, we don't have a clue at all.
Yeah. We don't have.
Okay. Yeah. And from my perspective, I think most of the culprits, so whoever have been arrested, it could be Vaze or it could be whoever is being arrested in the drug case also, they all seem to be connecting to the SSR case in one way or the other.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's
So it
not
is,
just
Shashi,
yeah.
the whole thing. See, if you're taking any case, whether it is
Mm.
Disha, okay, because
Yes.
a few days only before that, Awazi was brought in. So everything is connected, and these people do the same copycat, thing in each case. If you look at all the deaths of these models and these actresses, tele actresses, it's all the same.
Very much. Very much.
So yeah, I
Very
think they have the same pattern.
yes, yes. And nowadays, I think they're trying to give new reasons. So, for example, I think Siddharth Shukla, I don't know the details, but I have a suspicion about heart attacks,
Yeah,
not in this case
100%.
specifically.
Yeah,
And yeah, Kaiza, the
yeah,
Kapadia,
exactly.
COVID positive was the
Yeah,
reason given. Means, he was just 49, is what I know, and he was such a healthy guy. I don't
yeah,
know
healthy
if
person.
he vaccinated also or not, but I think they're trying to find new reasons in whatever
Yeah.
way. So all the good people
when
seem to be.
everything when everything is in your control, the police, the activists, the Bollywood, and you're talking about underworld and politicians, this is a very dangerous game they are playing.
Yes, and now see, it becomes imperative for them to stay in power
Yeah,
just because they can protect themselves.
yeah,
Not that, okay, of course, yeah, money and all that will come later also once maybe once they give a clean chit to themselves, maybe they will be able to get money also either to
yeah,
Vasuli or whatever. But yeah, they have to stay back in power just to protect themselves. It's like on the top of a tiger.
yeah.
If you get down to the tiger, yeah, the tiger will
Yes,
eat you. So
absolutely.
that's the
Yeah.
way I think it is
Very good
going.
point. Yes.
Yeah, so that is why we would have. I was thinking that maybe last year itself, either Congress or NCP would withdraw its support and all that. But money, I think the way money has been spent just to retain the government, yeah, I don't know what more.
Yeah.
That 100 crore looks
Maybe
like
this.
peanuts to me. Get
Yeah,
some.
maybe this point you could take, Shashi. Joshi is saying, please reply my question. कल के महाराष्ट्र दादाजी ने कहा Modi ji will go in the same way like Indira Gandhi, really dangerous threat to Modi ji. What are the precautions they're taking to save him?
Yes, and I think one of his subordinates, Nawab Malik, also said the same about Arnab.
Yeah, Nawab Malik.
But we all know. So
Yeah,
I think इनका पाप का घड़ा भर चुका है. I
yeah,
don't want to say
absolutely.
anything more. So जितना झूठ बोले ये लोग कि जो ये लोग बोलेंगे वो भी झूठी होगी.
Huh.
Otherwise, yeah, by now I don't know, they would have maybe closed this case or whatever.
Yeah,
And it was the same guy who actually questioned when SSR's CV was getting him.
Yeah.
So he was talking about that old case, Narendra somebody, I forgot the name, which has been pending for 7 years in Maharashtra. He was killed. He was against the superstition and all that. He had set up a society.
Huh.
So this guy was actually opposing CBI move, and today he wasn't, but still CBI came in. So
Yeah.
obviously his word cannot be taken for value.
Yeah.
So whatever he says, yeah, I don't know. He himself is like 80 plus now, so I don't know whether. And some people are trying to see if he wants to become the PM in 2024 or whatever.
Yeah.
The far cry. If he wanted to become, he would have maybe he would have become maybe sometime in '96.
Yeah.
And he tried for that, but yeah, he ultimately came back to Maharashtra and became a CM at that time only.
Yeah.
Anyway, so coming back to the case, I think all we have to do is we have to continue to put the pressure.
Yeah.
And the good thing is, yeah, while we are looking at either the drug case or it could be Mansukh Hiren and all, we never forgot SSR.
Yeah.
So the pressure from us was constantly on.
Yeah.
So and I don't think even this drug case will be the last. There will be many more cases coming, but yeah, SSR will not be forgotten so easily now.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think at one point of time they have to come forward and say that these were the details, and maybe charge sheet will be filed, and then the case will go into trial.
Yeah.
But yeah, they won't keep quiet forever. That is for sure. So till then, we have to keep on it.
Absolutely.
And I think one crime after other will be happening, and many arrests will be made. And with every, I think the good thing is with every crime that is being reported, SSR's case is coming back alive, because if you remember a few months back, we were asking what is happening, but suddenly all the SSRians come together, they start bashing up whoever. And yesterday, Virat Kohli, I gather, he posted a tweet saying he wants to give some tips for Diwali.
Yeah.
Even that one was, oh my God, SSRians gave it back to him like anything, without even he posting anything actually.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think
remember his wife was the one making films which are anti-Hindu on OTT.
Yeah, and yeah, I mean, you know which agency manages all these shows? There is
Cornerstone.
It's the same one where Disha Saleh used to work
for.
That
is why only he gets ads as a cricketer.
Yeah. It's a valid point. Yes, you're right. We don't see much of others at all.
Yeah, nobody except for the other guy. What's his name? The captain now.
Dhoni.
So humanity is saying our own leaders are selling out our proud culture and heritage, our greedy Gandharvas, and money is more important than standing up for the good of the nation and upliftment of our people. Very true, humanity.
Yes. Why did Uddhav Thackeray have to come and bash up NCB? I don't understand that at all.
Yes.
What is the point?
They're directly in the track. They're all caught up in this mess.
No, he is making himself very obvious by taking that stance. I don't know why he's doing that. At least if he's quiet, nobody can point him. Or maybe they can even say that, okay, it's just an accusation. But he's trying to confirm whatever we are thinking.
Yeah.
That is a very foolish move, I would say.
Yeah, exactly.
It's coming and like, okay, tomorrow if Dawood is arrested, if somebody comes and even criticizes the authority for agencies for that also, then obviously that, okay, he'll be handing love with Dawood.
Yeah.
So isn't that a giveaway? I don't know what he's trying to prove. But I think he might be having his own intellect in whatever he wants
Power
to
of Love is saying this is such interesting to see. Mindset of us common people are changing to new dimensions. We need to protect our youth, our Jawans, our culture. We cannot legalize drugs in our country. Well said.
Yes, very much. It's a very valid point. Tomorrow they might say even murder will be legal.
Yeah.
If they go with this approach.
Yeah. Shobha is saying Anushka is anti-Hindu. She has links with Dawood. So that's one point that she makes. Rini, by the way, charity is for NGOs owned by them, and we know what they do with the NGO. Yes. Too many suspicious happenings. Karthik says the weed Parthenum is actually called Congress plant down south. Very difficult to remove, and even if removed, it keeps coming back. Well said,
Yeah.
Karthik. Yeah. So that's interesting. Yeah. Humanity
Yeah.
says everyone has sold their soul to the devil for money. 100%. Bangladesh is a Muslim country, a country which has no gratitude. We were responsible for its creation in the first place. And what are they doing? They say they're acting. They're burning villages, and the prime minister can't do anything. It's absolutely nonsense.
This is a minority case, yeah.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, I think, see, whatever India is being criticized, people like Swara and so many lefties. So if they see Bangladesh, at least they should realize that, okay, what India is, okay.
Yes. And the freedom
So,
they enjoy.
yeah, very much. So not a care about, okay, what will happen to them just because of
Yeah.
the statement
They
that
were
they
there.
made.
जोशी सिंह शूरपनखा और हाफ बिरयानी तैमूर की अम्मी जोहर को समन्स भेजना चाहिए.
No, miss, now that is like a bonus for us. Yeah, miss,
Yeah.
miss, I think her movie is also coming. I don't know if she's there in Suryavanshi.
Yeah.
Okay, I think the other Amir Khan movie she's there.
Mm.
But yeah, you know, miss, the fate will be the same. We have all decided. And the other day, I don't know why Amitabh Bachchan is tweeting for other movies now.
Yeah. Yeah.
As if he's like putting up posters or what. That is the feeling I got.
Yeah.
At his level, it should not even be. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, he got so many adverse tweets in response. And many of the names, I believe they are not even like regular SSRians.
Yeah.
So yes, many of the common people have decided to do away with Bollywood for sure.
Yeah. Yes.
So that is
Rex
where
is
I
saying,
think,
yeah. Rex is saying in Bangladesh, some of the conniving goons themselves placed a Quran at the feet of the ISKCON Durga Murti's feet, and the rest, the other gang members, brothers, did in destroying everything. Yeah, it could have been a ploy to destroy the Murti and the, the temple.
yes, yes. Many times the culprits themselves will do whatever is required to just to incite violence.
Yeah. Power
So
of Love
that's
says this is how the nexus works. They involve cricketer's wife on paid salary for doing that. Yeah. If Dhoni's wife gets 15 crores, for managing the IPL in Dubai, you can imagine what other wives are getting.
Yeah, true.
Humanity is saying, where is all the Bollywood actors and actresses' voices when our innocent, defenseless Hindus across India are being brutally murdered? We all need to stop supporting Bollywood in every way. Yes.
Yeah, not just Bollywood, even IPL now. Because
IPL, even now all the events also. You're talking about Big Boss. You're talking about all these, other programs like Kaun Banega Crorepati. Everything has got their own agenda in it. Maya is saying, today Farah Khan, Suzanne's sister, has started teaching NCB the lingo of the youth and says Aryan stats have been understood by the oldies of NCB. Now here we would like to give a message to Susan's sister Farah. You're trying to tell us that, see, NCB is so stupid that, they don't understand the ABC of, WhatsApp chats. Madam, you are, I think, either stoned or something else when you speak like this. Absolute nonsense.
Everybody has become an NDPS expert now. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
And I think they should be much worried about whether we are moving in the right direction or not. If today we have got big names being at least sent to jail, even Aryan is a big name by himself just because of SRK's name as such.
Yeah.
Right? So it's as good as SRK himself getting arrested in whatever way. So that is itself a good
here also, see, it is not
Mhm.
only leading to SRK, it is also leading to Salman Khan. It is leading to big places. So that's why they're all in such a tiz. They don't know what to do.
Yeah, kind of hurdle and all that. I think a lot of briefcases will be exchanged at this point of time.
Yeah.
That is why all that Gosavi arrest and everything happened.
Yeah.
And that too in unrelated case.
Yes.
Anyway, Meena, thanks. And I just wanted to ask about when will Sanjay sir come next? Because I think it's been a while now.
Oh yeah, we will tell you when it happens. Thank you.
Yeah, that's
Thank you.
about. Yep, thanks a lot. Speak to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Humanity says, our Sushant's father is crying night and day for his son. Where was the sympathy for this pure soul? Dad, yes. Islam never advocates such heinous crimes as seen in J&K, Bangladesh. It's the common people and true believers suffering by so-called jihadis with only hidden terrorist agendas. Humanity, idiots supporting druggy parents, yes. Karthik, Fab India into conversions, yes. Christian. Renu, good evening, Renu. Swati, I think Aryan Khan should send to Siachen to continue his punishment with Indian soldiers. They protect us in extreme conditions. Power of love? Oh my gosh, Urfi Javed, PR team of airport. I closed my eyes seeing her dress up sense, yes. N.R. Srinivasan, when 1,000 goons are there around gods, send some divine people like Modi and Sani. Yes, bless them. True, Minaji, our Hindus are too forgiving and overlooking. We need to unite and rise up and take a stand against all these atrocities against our nation, our people. Pushpa, why is Siddharth Shukla Instagram not showing remembered after his death? Very strange. Jayashri, Byju's has not removed SRK. Like we said, maybe they are partners in it. DSP, Islam never advocates such heinous crimes as seen in it's the common people and true believers. I think you've already told us that, DSP. Please don't keep repeating yourself.
Yeah, there's one
Humanity.
comment. Maushmi, just 1 second. Maushmi Chatterjee even said in the show that all these fights between actors is a lie and they sit for drinks in the night. Hence, the rivalry of SRK and Salman is an absolute lie. This is a very good point. Like all this media, they create artificial fights between Salman Khan and Shah Rukh
They
Khan.
need masala.
See, they make they project the image that they are rivals in the professional field, but they won't let any outsider to enter the film industry. When any outsider comes, all the Khans will unite together to make sure that he's eliminated in some particular way.
Our land is crying for justice with innocent blood flowing like the river Ganga. Rex, the ability to get together for each other at the slightest hint of trouble is unsurpassed by any Hindu till date. That's what. Surekha, Sakshi was questioned about match fixing some time back. Well done. Rini Arvind, forced conversion to Christians and Muslims is a way forward to NW. It has nothing to do with true faith. Top religious leaders have joined hands. Who would force or give money to conversion? Yes. Sana, Rena, none of us are biased towards Modi ji. As they say, his word speaks for himself. He doesn't need our support. We need him to be there. Hope you understand. Very well said, Karthik, on my behalf as well. Sudha, we have to accept that till this MBA is ousted, no revelations will be made or action taken. Absolutely. We just take a few more and then we'll end the show. So now I disagree with you there. Yes. That Sushant Singh's family's lawyer seems to be managing that family in a wrong way deliberately. Yes. Rini, among my friends, colleagues, and families, only I think Modi ji is doing good for. Yeah, very few people do that. The others like to, swim where it's safe. Shobha, I recently saw a video of South Africans performing Durga Puja. Laila, Shobha, even I saw that video. Highly politicized laws made to please constituencies like Dalits and women. People also say the same are experienced police personnel, social scientists, and even women and Dalits. Absolutely. Arinya, I totally agree. So the sisters, Karma is not Larma are not giving justice to Jasnab, sisters of yes, in silent mode. Sudha, truth will come out like a tsunami once MBA fails. That is the right thing. Power of love. Harish Salve says to legalize drugs, recover GST, and pay for legal aid. My question is, where can we find honest legal aid? More free money to legal aid, more they themselves will be on drugs. Wazi knows who was the second body. Yes. Dex Bailey. So what exists in India for the people to be able to change the government? Yeah. So I think that's it. So
I mean,
we'll see you
there's one
tomorrow.
more
Yeah,
one more
please.
point I want to mention to the viewers is what happened to Parambir and Wasi. Has the attention on Aryan Khan, sort of taken away from Parambir Singh and Wasi, where he is, you know, that's another point which one which keeps me wondering actually.
They've got so many scams that we don't know where to look. That's the real question.
Yeah. So on
Meenaji, can
that
you
note,
arrange for an online protest and petition for people to sign worldwide and copies be sent to every government worldwide and the UN? Let us look at these options, humanity. We'll have a show where you can also join in. Karthik, the SSR movement started without the support of his sisters. The movement will attain its goal without them also. Let them be at peace when justice is finally delivered. On that excellent note by Karthik, we'll end this session. Thank you, Karthik, for always being the sane voice, in this show. And all of you, thank you for your very intelligent comments and for supporting us. Good night.
thank you.